And we back. Azula is chasing down a sleep-deprived Team Avatar by tracking up his foe, leading them to fight 1v1 until Zuko arrives to fight Azula in order to scrap with Aang. And what unreleased Pokemon is that? It starts off with Azula attacking Zuko with a fire-bending attack and knocking him back. Aang tries to dip by gliding away with his staff, but Azula was like, nah, shoots a trail of blue flames at him. Then Aang bends away the fire with his staff, landing to the ground. Azula runs off the top of the building and Aang dodges a fire-bending roundhouse kick from Azula. Then all three of them play piggy in the middle whilst Aang unlocks Ultra Instinct as both Zuko and Azula try to firebend at each other whilst Aang weaves the attacks. We got an Ultra Instinct Aang before GTA 6. I know Vegeta is watching this fed up as hell. Zuko tries to land a trail of fire from his foot whilst landing in the Will You Marry Me pose, but ended up ineffective. Zuko weaves in time for Azula's fire blast and tries his fire blast. Azula tries to do the same move again whilst also trying to hit Aang, but dodged. He runs as Azula chases him down, leading into a worn down building where we have Aang levitating with his air bending and Azula hanging on for dear life. Bro even hit the wave. See you later, nigga. The disrespect, but manages to hit the splits and maintain her balance and Aang dodges a fire blast, runs and kicks her down and landing to where Zuko is, where he's on his last legs. Aang runs out the building whilst almost getting hit with fire as Azula breaks out the building to knock Zuko out to make him go night-night. Zuko is having an absolute stinker. Oh my days, this is an absolute disaster class. We are not making it out the hood of this one. Azula tries to fire blast Aang, but they're weaved as Aang does his best Spider-Man impression by jumping on walls and dodging a blast. Then Azula shoots a trail of fire at the building where Aang is standing on top of as it's sliced and comes crashing down, but Aang jumps and hangs on for dear life on the roof whilst it's on fire. As Azula slices the roof again with her bending, this caused him to fall into the building. Azula enters the building, sets the whole place on fire with her blue flames turning red, indicating that she can switch from blue to red flames at any given time. Zuko cannot relate. The flames grow larger and Aang is struggling to break free as he's trapped under the rubble. It looks like Aang was cooked and Azula was about to end the show a season early by sending him to the gulag, but Katara comes to his rescue by water bending Azula's arm back and simultaneously using her bending to break Aang free. Tries to firebend Katara but manages to dodge it by leaving the building and running away. Chases down Katara, but the GOAT Sokka jumps her with his trusty boomerang, tries to hit Azula again but weaves it. Now she's cornered by Aang, Katara and Sokka. There's no way out of this one. You're done. Just when things cannot get any worse for Azula, Iroh arrives and wakes up Zuko. The cameraman comes back to Azula where she tries to blast Aang but dodges. Katara waterbends at her but blocked. Tries to firebend at Sokka but weaves it. Tries to firebend Sokka and Katara but narrowly dodges. Tries to attack Aang but you know the drill. She's cornered again, then trips, revealing Toph behind her. Crazy. Revealing that Iroh and Toph came to check up on Zuko and the gang and ended up joining in Azula getting jumped on. This shit here is coming like Super Smash Bros. A new challenger has arrived as fight. First Zuko, then Katara, Sokka, now Toph. Nintendo, get them in Super Smash Bros 6 on the Switch 2 when it comes out ASAP. It's almost been 7 years since the last game, and when that comes out I want to main Zuko, not this episode's version of Zuko. This episode's version of Zuko is a fraud, more like Soulson's Comet Zuko. That Zuko, yeah, that Zuko was cold. As long as that Zuko's in the game, then that's cool. Azula firebends at them and runs through an alleyway to bump into Iroh. This is coming like Avengers Endgame now. All that's missing is the Ibambe. You can tell they've all had enough of her shit. Get them in the next Avengers film as soon as possible because Azula is getting jumped. Now there's actually nowhere out of this one. She's done. Well, look at this. Enemies and traitors all working together. Tries to throw in the towel and does the water white. You got me. Our princess surrenders with honor. In other words, I'm cooked. I know they all got no sleep, but why does Katara low-key look high as a mother now. I know she had a couple suits before this. Chill on them trees. It's a Nickelodeon show. Then unexpectedly, fire bends Iroh into retirement to Zuko's shock. You know what's crazy? I don't think she's got a single hit on anyone but Zuko and Iroh the whole time. All three of them are having horrendous performances so far. I know Azula had that one moment where she almost could have killed Aang in that building and Katara had to save him, but still, that's her best moment of the fight when it comes to not fighting Zuko or Iroh. Other than that, how have you not taken advantage of a sleep deprived Aang? The show would have ended by now. Fix up, whereas Zuko has absolutely stomped up the place. Get off the stage. He's even got his own slander name from this fight.
I was wondering when you'd show up, Zuzu. Zuzu?
It even made Aang laugh. How has your own sister made your op laugh at you? This is like when sports athletes have stinkers and you hop on Twitter and see them getting torn apart. Embarrassing. And Iroh, you shouldn't even be here. You're about to die any second now. They all bend the respective elements. Sing it with me now. Water, earth, fire, air. Hold on, wait a minute. Something ain't right. VAR, can we check that again? Why did Zuko lean in with everyone else to attack with their bending as if he's got bending of his own when he has no powers whatsoever? You don't have the facilities for that, big man. You have that boomerang for a reason. As they all attack, Azula launches a fire shield with her bending, causing an explosion. With it turning out, she dipped after. If you want to see the time Zuko and Katara take on Azula, watch this video on the screen right now and don't forget to subscribe.